Have you ever experienced a rude awakening? Like a earthquake shattering the ground under your feet? Have you ever thought that everything you believed in is flawed and you don't know anymore if what you're doing is good or bad? Well, it happened to me, and it changed my outlook towards technology forever. I thought that technology was good. I'm a researcher. I research social technology, social robots, a technology that might help you in your everyday life. So I thought that technology was inherently good. After all, technology is bringing positive progress, is helping us tackling societal challenges, right? Well, my first steps into my research proved me wrong. I was naive in thinking that technology was inherently good. What happened, you might ask? Well, I did an experiment. That's what we as researchers do. I was designing the behavior of a humanoid robot, a robot that has some features like humans. I wanted to compare two types of behavior, a teacher robot and a friend robot. My goal, I wanted to see which one of the behaviors was helping children to pay more attention and to be more engaged in a learning situation. The results were insightful. A friend robot would help children more than a teacher robot. But there were also scary results that were not related to my research question. Children were teasing the robot. They were saying, the robot is coming from a specific race, hence is stupid. Children were stereotyping. They were attributing a gender to the robot, and the robot had none. Children were saying, you know, when the robot is a teacher, it's like a woman. And when the robot is like a child, well, it's a boy. I was puzzled. My head was spinning. What was happening? This was not something that I wanted to see, nor something that I intended. And then it hit me. It was my fault. My premises were wrong. I actually embedded implicitly and evoked stereotypes about school children and school teachers. I have embedded implicitly values about education that are stereotyped. I learned the hard way that technology is not inherently good. Technology is not bad either, but definitely technology is not neutral. The biases, the stereotypes, the background of the researcher matter. Me, what I have in my background matter, my stereotypes, my biases, and not just in robotics, but for technology as a whole. Have you ever experienced a smart assistant like Alexa or maybe Google Home? Well, they're designed to be submissive and servile as a woman. And do you know that they're doing that to make it more acceptable? If you would say to Siri, "Hey Siri, you are a bitch," Siri would say, "I'd blush if I could." Do you know that if you're using an automatic dispenser of disinfectant and you have dark skin, you're not getting any disinfectant? But if you put a towel, a white towel on your hand, then you're getting some. These examples are perfect to make you think how much the responsibility of the designer matter, how much the human bias matter, how much we have social implications when we design technology that helps us. And it's not just about me, it's also about you, the user. What do you think about the stereotypes that Siri perpetuates? Would you like to have that in your home? Would you like to be excluded and marginalized like technology does with people of color? Do you think that it's good to have a technology that brings more issues than it actually solves? Wouldn't you like to take action, to build technology that helps us, yes, but also that is something that makes sense with our values, that's something that we want for a future worth wanting? Of course, but how? How can we do that? With responsible design, we could together bring morality in, what's right and wrong, ethics in. And we could design at the beginning and not at the end of the cycle. We could design technology that is representing our values. Feminism. Feminism lens can help us to design technology that is worth wanting. Feminism, and in particular intersectional feminism, has helped immensely society to understand the power structure, the cultural structure that are behind us, and make them aware about the fact that there is marginalization and we are not always inclusive. There is bias and stereotype. Feminist theory can help us create better technology. But you might wonder, a theory is difficult and hard. How can we go about it? How can we make it simple? And I have distilled 6 principles for responsible and feminist technology, inspired by the giants in the research that before me have done so much to design technology responsibly. And here they are. 1, assess the values of your technology, of the people you're working for and with, and your own values. 2, analyze the impact of technology before you're bringing the technology to society, during the design process. 3, involve people in, give people a voice in the design process, bring in marginalized voices, give them the instruments to co-create and co-design with you. 4, assess power structures, assess the privilege and the economic structures that are behind that. 5, design technology for social justice. Do not marginalize even more. Bring in equality. 6, design for diversity and inclusiveness. Would they help us, these principles? Certainly they help me, and they can help all of us to have a compass. They're still high level, but we can use them. We can keep them in the back of our mind. Today, I confess to you my rude awakening to the dark side of technology. And maybe you feel an awakening too. But I also know that, like me, you feel the energy. You are electrified to take action. We are in this together. And together we are going to design a technology that is going to help us in our everyday life, but also bring inclusiveness, equity, a future worth wanting, a future in which technology is feminist and responsible.